I've tried you in all kinds of clothes, but wearing a wedding dress on the wedding bed, this feeling is really something else.
You're so naughty. Kevin, you always have the wildest ideas. On the eve of the wedding, with your good brother's bride.
Good brother? If it weren't for his business talent, would he even be worthy of being called my brother? Besides, with my good brothers, I always make a move on their wives first.
You're so bad. How can I like it so much? No, I want to marry you right now. That poor simp thinking I saved him is completely devoted to me.
Let's not waste this precious moment on that simp. Continue.
You despicable couple.
What's wrong with Kevin and I having some fun? You're an orphan with no money, no background. Do you really think I'd be interested in you? And you dare to push your luck, trying to control everything? Believe me, I'll call off the wedding tomorrow and leave you, this low-life scum, single for the rest of your life.
Low-life scum. Without me, could your family have risen from a declining clan to a prominent, wealthy family?
Without me, you would have died in that car accident. You owe me this. Otherwise, what right does a scum like you have to step into my family's door? Dream on if you think you can get close to me.
Hear that, trash? You should be grateful Samantha's even willing to marry you. And you still have the nerve to complain? You don't know what's good for you. Shut your filthy mouth, put away your pathetic pride, and be a good groom tomorrow, or you'll regret it.
You've ruined the mood. Let's go, Kevin. Let's find another place.
Did we go too far? We might lose this lapdog. Honestly, he's been quite useful.
What's there to fear? With the support of the Arether group, our families will be at the top, with or without him. After we get married tomorrow, and that 30 million in compensation will be ours. After we get married tomorrow, and that 30 million in compensation will be ours.
A worthless life in exchange for 30 million. He's getting his money's worth.
Of course. Mr. Knight, why do you look so pale?
Avery, it's so late. Is something the matter?
You're getting married tomorrow. This is the villa at Oak Ridge Estates as my wedding gift. I won't be attending the ceremony. I wish you a happy marriage. I'm leaving. I wish you happiness.
Wait. Avery, my wedding tomorrow is missing a bride. Will you be my bride?
What? Me? The bride?
Yes. Tomorrow at 10 a.m., Banquet Hall 109, Cloud Pavilion. I'll be waiting for you.
Close your eyes and feel me here. Where colors is in your mind, I can give you all. Please tell me if you
Thank heavens, you're finally better.
Thank you for saving me.
for me forever I am.
You mean, and you get married? Tomorrow the two of us have a wedding?
Are you willing?
I do! Of course I do! Without your funding and support, a child abandoned by her parents in an orphanage like me could never have achieved what I have today. 3 years ago, Samantha Lee took my place by your side. But I don't care. As long as you're happy and content, that's enough for me. But no matter when or where, if you need me, I'll be right there by your side. Tomorrow, I'll Denning bring a generous dowry and marry you in the most glorious way. I'm going back to repair right now.
I just wanna hold you, baby, call you mine. I just wanna love you, baby, call you mine.
Leo, I need you to look into something for me.
Boss, what do you need me to look into? look into that car accident I had.
Car accident? 3 years ago, my brakes failed. I lost my sight in the crash. When the bandages came off, all I saw was Samantha Miller. I've always believed she was the one who saved me. But now, it doesn't add up. There's more to this story. There's something going on. Yes, the car accident. Samantha Miller and Kevin Voss are having an affair. This makes me have to reconsider the accident.
What? How dare they? If it weren't for you, the Miller and Voss families would have gone bankrupt long ago. And you just gave them a multi-billion-dollar contract not long ago? How could they do this to you? Such ungrateful scum.
Also, right now, have someone trail Samantha Miller and record videos of her with Kevin Voss. At tomorrow's wedding, I'm going to give them a surprise. Make them household name action stars. Are you looking forward to this surprise, Samantha Miller?
Yes. Boss, I'll arrange it right away.
I promise. You will remember tomorrow's wedding for the rest of your lives.
Avery, are you really going to marry that penniless, good-for-nothing guy? How is he worthy of you? Exactly. You're the president of Thorn Corporation, the leader of the new top 4 for families. You two are from completely different worlds. I will marry him and no one else. Nothing can change my decision.
Dear family and friends, we gather here today to witness the love story of the groom, Ryder Knight, and the bride, Samantha Miller. Now, let's welcome our groom to the stage. All right, now let's welcome our bride to the stage. Before the ceremony began, I heard that it was the bride who saved the groom, which led to their union. I'm quite curious about the love story between this couple.
That's right. It was me who saved him from the car that was about to explode. I took care of him in the hospital for 2 months, helping him regain his sight. And despite his lowly status, I, a daughter of a wealthy family, chose to marry him. I truly am a beautiful, tolerant, and kind woman.
Oh my, what a touching love story. The groom is truly fortunate. I believe these experiences will make their bond even deeper and stronger. 3 years ago, was it really you who saved me?
If it wasn't me, then who could it be? I'm the only one who didn't look down on you for being from the bottom rung. Not only was I willing to save you, but I was also willing to marry you. You should be thanking your lucky stars.
Well then, let's proceed with the vows. Mr. Ryder Knight, do you take Samantha Miller to be your lawfully wedded wife, to have and to hold, for better or for worse, for richer or for poor, in sickness and in health, to love and to cherish, till death do you part?
I do not.
Good! Huh?
What do you mean?
I want to call off the wedding. I want to call off the wedding.
What? Call off the wedding? He's calling it off?
Isn't this the wedding ceremony? Why the sudden cancellation?
What do you mean, call it off? Ryder Knight, have you lost your mind? You're a nobody from the bottom of society, with no parents. My daughter lowering herself to marry you is an immense honor for you. How dare you talk about calling off the wedding?
She's lowering herself? Do you know what despicable thing she's done? Should I tell you all about it?
Ryder Knight, don't you dare slander her. Samantha agreeing to marry a lowlife like you is something you should be eternally grateful for. And now you dare to smear her? If you don't give me a proper explanation today, I'll slap that mouth of yours shut.
Whether it's slander as her, let her say it herself.
Enough! Ryder, you're utterly unreasonable. If you want to make a scene like this, fine, we don't get married. I never wanted a piece of trash from the Gru like you anyway. Get out!
Trash from the gutter? You're telling me to get out? Every bit of the glamour you have today. Which part didn't come from me?
So what? For a piece of societal trash like you, being able to get close to and serve someone of noble blood and high status like me is a tremendous honor. Who else would be willing to marry you besides me? Let alone someone like me, a true heiress who could even improve your inferior genes.
Sorry to disappoint you, but there really is someone willing to marry me. And as for the like you who pretends noble but divulges and zusting, just a hully makes my sick.
Everyone, today's bride is someone else. I will prepare a grand, century-defining wedding for her. As for you all, you can get lost.
Ryder Knight, have you gone mad? A grand, century-defining wedding? Who else besides our Samantha would be willing to marry you? Fine. If a lowly scum like you wants to make a scene, then so be it. Don't you regret it. Kevin, come up here.
What?
Today, I'm changing the groom. Darling, I'm kicking Ryder Knight to the curb right now. You can take his place as the groom.
About time. A lowly scum like him, how dare he? Only when two people of noble blood like us are together is it a match made in heaven.
Holy cow, what's going on? This is intense.
The groom publicly calling off the wedding? And the bride wants a new groom? Now this is drama with twists and turns.
Wow, playing it so wild?
Samantha, what are you two doing?
Mom, haven't you always looked down on Ryder Knight for being low-class scum? Kevin is successful and of noble blood. Isn't it good that I'm dumping Ryder and marrying Kevin?
Marrying Kevin? Isn't Kevin Ryder's best friend? And doesn't Kevin's company still rely on Ryder for advice?
Aunt Michelle, I just secured a $10 billion order from the Aether Group not long ago. With or without that low-class trash Ryder Knight, my company is destined for greatness. That good-for-nothing Ryder is completely worthless now. Right now, he's nothing but a groveling, fanning little lapdog. You secured a $10 billion order from the Aether Group? Do you know that I am the Aether Group? Do you know that I am the Aether Group's?
You're just a good-for-none. You don't even deserve to stand with us. Kevin is so outstanding. And about you, useless coward.
You really look down on people. I'm a good-for-nothing? Ought you news my real identity, you'd be scrambling to kneel and beg for mercy.
Real identity? Make us scramble to knee and beg for mercy? I know exactly how much you're worth. Are you daydreaming?
That's the funniest joke I've ever heard. Did the shock drive you crazy? And now you're talking nonsense? Ryder, out of our old brotherhood, I'll make you an offer. Kneel, koto 3 times, and call yourself trash with each bow, and I'll grace you with a cleaning job in my company so you can scrape by. Kowtow? You think you deserve that? Keep the cleaner position for yourself. After all, only something that crawls on the ground knows how to lick things clean. You, Ryder Knight, you're really asking for trouble, aren't you? Then don't blame me for making you look bad. You're really asking for trouble, aren't you? Then don't blame me for humiliating you.
Aren't you going too far with this?
Who do you think you are? A lowly waiter has the nerve to interrupt? Get back to carrying your trays properly.
You have no humanity at all.
We have no humanity? Since when does a waiter get to judge us? What do you, a bottom-feeding bug, understand? People of our class, the way we talk and act, is beyond your comprehension. When you have money, who needs humanity?
I'm the eldest daughter of the Miller family, beautiful, rich, and out of your league. The people chasing me could wrap around the earth 3 times. Isn't it only natural I aim higher? Why would I bother with some low-life trash?
Oh, you're speaking up for him so much? Do you like him? Then why don't you marry him? Bottom lay matches bottom laid, a perfect pair.
Are you even human? When the Miller and Vaughn were on the verge of bankruptcy, which is Knight who turned the tide and helped you through the crisis. It's even reported in the news. Not only do you not repay his goodness, but you also hooked up him and betrayed Mr. Knight. You're worse than animals.
Enough! Our starting point is his finish line. Without the platform we gave him, could have had that humility? Even without Ryder Knight, our company would have recovered anyway.
You think you're qualified to lecture us? You bottom-level trash, stop pretending to be a saint here. If what you said goes, why are you still working as a waiter? At least I have a conscience. Every penny I earn is honest, and I can hold high with a clear conscience.
Shut your nap. You want to keep your job. You'd afford to cross Mr. Vos. All right. I'll eat my conscience for dinner, okay? Ask everyone present here. If it were you, would you choose a worthless piece of bottom glare crap or me, the CEO of a landed company worth hundreds of billions?
Come on, everyone. Let's see if everyone to the handsome Mr. Voss or the lowly worthless loser.
If I become the groom at this wedding, I will give every single guest a wedding favor worth $100,000. What? A wedding favor worth $100,000?
That's outrageously extravagant.
Such a grand gesture. Mr. Voss is truly generous.
Now that's real high society. Everyone, choose.
We choose Mr. Voss. Mr. Voss.
I choose Mr. Voss too. Mr. Voss, you and Miss Miller are a golden couple, a match made in heaven. See, Ryder Knight, this is reality. What do you have to fight me with? See, Ryder, this is reality. What do you have to fight me with? Everyone here has good judgment except for that one rotten apple. Ryder, you're just a clown.
Oh, please. Only an outstanding man like Kevin meets all expectations. That's what a balanced partnership is all about. If you want to blame anyone, blame the circumstances. No connections, no advantage. You're facing an uphill battle.
So what if I have no parents? So what if I'm from the bottom? I can still rely on myself to climb to heights you can only dream of. Just wait. Soon you'll be so ashamed you'll want to crawl into a hole, filled with regret for what you've done.
Still delusional? Me ashamed? You're the one who's lost all face and dignity right now. Everyone knows you're just some hick beggar, total trash from the bottom of society.
All right, Mom, there's no point wasting more words on this trash. Today, I'm dumping Ryder and kicking him out.
I don't accept that.
Huh. Regretting it now? Too late.
What I mean is, today, I'm the one dumping you, not the other way around. Samantha Miller, I'm the one kicking you out of the game. If you knew what you've lost, you'd be heartbroken and filled with regret.
Stop pretending. The one who's heartbroken and filled with regret right now is you.
My real bride will be here soon, and I will present her with the most precious treasure and the grandest wedding. I suggest you all get lust now.
A bride? A precious treasure? Your bride wouldn't be some village girl, and your treasure wouldn't be those few acres of poor land you have in the countryside, would it? Someone like you? Even a dog would shake its head at you.
Enough. We've had enough fun for today. Security. Throw this useless trash out right now. Don't let him dirty my eyes.
Security, get him out of here. People like him lower the standard of our cloud pavilion.
Standing next to someone like this really embarrasses us.
He brought it on himself for not knowing his place and still daring to act arrogant.
Who dares to touch him?
Who dares be disrespectful to my fiancé? Who dares be disrespectful to my fiancé?
Avery Thorne, president of Thorne Corporation, offers a dowry of $1 billion in cash, seeking to marry Mr. Knight. Avery Thorne, president of Thorne Corporation, offers a dowry of $10 billion in gold bars, seeking to marry Mr. Knight. Avery Thorne offers a dowry of $100 billion in assets, seeking to marry Mr. Knight.
The groom's talk of breaking off the engagement was actually true. There's really another bride? And it's Avery Thorne, president of Thorne Corporation?
So much cash, so many gold bars, so many assets.
Now that's a slap in the face. A real slap in the face. That's how you should be. If someone's disrespectful, slap them back immediately. Can't be arrogant anymore, can you? The more arrogant you were just now, the more pathetic you look now.
Our cloud pavilion belongs to Thorne Corporation, so doesn't that make her my boss now? And all those things I just did?
Mr. Knight, will you marry me?
Of course I will. You don't look down on my background. You propose to me in public, and you're willing to entrust all your wealth to me. I naturally won't let you down. I'll make you the happiest woman in the world.
Good. From now on, we're family, husband. How hypocritical are you two? Do you really think you're the protagonists of some brainless short drama? A seemingly ordinary delivery guy who's actually a billionaire CEO? Constantly playing the part of a wolf in sheep's clothing? Stop acting. Come back to reality. There's an insurmountable gap between social classes. You can't cross it just by putting on an act.
I'm acting?
Aren't you? Who else but an actress would look at a piece of trash like you from the bottom of the heap?
If we're talking about acting, you two are the real masters. For the sake of your company, I worked myself to the bone.
And you two, one playing the role my fiancé, you're playing my best brother. We're actually hooking up behind my back all along.
What do you mean hooking up all along? What nonsense are you spouting?
It doesn't matter if you admit it or not. I have pictures. I have the truth.
A joke. Pictures and the truth? A piece of trash like you from the bottom of the heap is qualified to talk about pictures and the truth?
Samantha, out of consideration for the genuine feelings I once had for you and for truly considering Kevin as a brother, I don't want to make this too ugly. If you both kneel down now, apologize to me, and accept my judgment, I can be lenient and leave you some last shred of dignity.
Is this a try not to laugh challenge? Then I lose. I beg you, make us look bad.
All right then. Since that's the case, I hope you won't regret it. Tomorrow you'll be someone else's bride.
Every day you're my groom.
This scene is too beautiful for my eyes.
Wow! Super bonus! Wedding gift pack!
Damn. Didn't Miss Miller and Mr. Vox claim to have the purest friendship? They're playing around so wildly in private.
You actually believe that? There's no such thing as pure friendship between men and women, especially among the wealthy elite.
Oh, the rich are really messy. Get away! All of you, get away! No filming! No filming! Get lost, all of you!
Be careful or I'll sue you!
This is only part of it. If that's not enough for you, I can put both of you on tomorrow's front page.
Ryder Knight! So what if Kevin and I have been together for a long time? You, a low-class scum, a useless coward, expect me to stay chide for you? Dream on!
What a useless piece of trash. What a low-class scum.
Samantha, shut your mouth! Honey, are you okay?
Don't worry, I'm fine. These two rotten people aren't worth affecting my emotions. Samantha, let me ask you one more time. Was it really you who saved me back then?
No. Who else would it have been? Oh, and another thing. Your rehab after the accident cost me $500,000. Since you insist on making a scene, pay back every cent.
Right after I regained my sight, you lost my specialized medication. I could have fully recovered in a week, but now I'm left with aftereffects and the risk of replops. I could pay painful by 1,000, but this specialized medication is worth over 70 billion. You need to compensate me for that first.
What? What $70 million specialized medication? I did lose your medicine once, but you told me yourself it was just a bottle of ordinary vitamins. Opening your mouth and asking for 70 million, you take me for a fool.
At that time, I knew your family was on the verge of bankruptcy and couldn't afford it. I lied and said it was vitamins so you wouldn't worry.
How is that possible?
Ryder, what nonsense are you talking? A low-class piece of trash like you could get your hands on a $70 million specialized medication? Samantha, he's definitely tricking you.
Someone like you from the bottom rung, you couldn't earn that money in 10 lifetimes. However, now that I've secured a partnership with the Iather Group, I'm worth hundreds of billions. If you become my dog for life, and if your eye disease reflaphus someday, I might consider treating your dog's eyes.
What are you doing?
I'm looking at a clueless, ungrateful wolf.
What did you say, you damn scum?
Ryder!
How dare you!
I think it's you people who are rotten to the core.
You're the ones rotten to the core.
How dare you hit me? How dare you, you lowlife!
This is the receipt for the specialized medication I bought back then. Impossible. How could you afford medication worth over 70 million? 70 million is nothing. Even 10 of you combined aren't worth a single one of my fingers.
No, this can't be real. How could you possibly come up with over 70 million? I know!
Samantha, what do you know?
He, Ryder Knight, was faking his blindness on purpose, just to play the victim and win my sympathy. This receipt might have an official seal, but it's definitely fake. He colluded with the doctor, all to manipulate me.
Well, I never thought there could be such a sinister and cunning person in this world.
How disgusting. You actually faked being blind just to mess with her feelings? Is that how low you'd go? You're a disgrace to every man here.
Break up with him right now. And he owes my daughter compensation for all the years she wasted on him.
So he's a fraud.
It's just disgusting. What bad luck to run into someone like this. Ryder Knight, you must pay me 20 million. Otherwise, I won't let you off.
I seduced you, and I should pay you 20 million? Are you even worthy?
Fuck!
I've already found out. The person who saved me back then was never you.
How do you know? No, you're trying to renesse?
The one who saved me was her. My real wife, Avery Thorne.
Fine. I'm done pretending. It's true. I wasn't the one who saved you. You were blind and mistook me for someone else. That's on you, not me. Actually, no. You probably did it on purpose. You knew I was a wealthy heir aunt and wanted to use me to climb the social ladder. Otherwise, why would you team up with a doctor and play the victim just to win my sympathy?
You really have no conscience. You stole someone else's credit for saving a life, and now you're turning around and blaming the victim?
Tearing up the receipt won't help you. I have more evidence. Not just for the 70 million, but for the Imperial Green Jade bracelet I gave you too. You'll return all of it.
You mean this cheap knockoff? I knew it was worthless trash the moment you gave it to me. Wearing it is an embarrassment.
This is it? The green looks so fake. It's obviously a glass imitation. Ryder, are you that desperate for money? Trying to show off with a piece of street dunder junk? What a joke. You people have no idea what you're looking at. I'll say this one last time. Give it back.
Hey, Ryder, don't push your luck. The fact that my daughter was willing to wear this fake is already doing you a favor. You what are barking about here?
The color and luster of this bracelet look quite good. Is it really fake?
You clearly don't know your stuff. An Imperial Green Jade bracelet that's this pure, flawless, and saturated in color, if it were real, it would be priceless. Something you can't buy even with money.
Do you think something like that would just appear on a poor boy? First he faked being blind to trick her, and now he's trying to fool everyone with a fake bracelet. He really has no shame at all.
Fine. Since you want this piece of junk so badly, I'll give it back to you.
Samantha Miller, how dare you? Samantha Miller, how dare you?
Oops. Sorry. My hand slipped. But it doesn't matter. It was fake anyway. Maybe now you'll stop trying to use this cheap junk to squeeze money out of people.
Broke that easily? Then it was obviously cheap junk. Ryder Knight, your so-called jade bracelet is way too fragile. Tell you what, I'll cover it for Samantha. How about that? $20 should be enough, right? That Imperial Green Jade bracelet I spent 9 figures to win at auction. Your 10 worthless lives combined couldn't pay for it. If you don't believe me, let's call the police and see what they say.
Ryder Knight, do you have a death wish? How dare you lay hands on me again and again?
You low-life scum, you intentionally hurt someone and you're the one calling the police? I think you've lost your mind. Let's see who the police arrest when they get here.
How dare you hit me? Where are all the security guards? Hurry up and arrest this fraud. I'll make sure he rots in jail.
Whoever helps me pin him down gets 10 million. I guarantee you'll be set for life. Well, break his Liz peg. Let's kind of dad act him arrogant again.
Mr. Voss, is that true? Of course.
I'll do it!
Let's see who dares to touch him.
You're still acting? Do you really think you're the president of Thorn Corporation? Let me tell you, mind your own business, or you'll get burned.
The Thorn family is the leader among the new elite. If the president of Thorn Corporation were getting married, wouldn't the whole city know about it?
Besides, the president of Thorn Corporation is of noble status. How could she possibly fancy a worthless good-for-nothing?
I am the president of Thorn Corporation, Avery Thorn.
This person is too deep into the role. She's gone mad. This establishment belongs to the Thorn family. I'll call our general manager right now and expose her on the spot. Go on, call now. Let's see what else you have to say. Hello, Mr. Wayne. I have something to ask.
Speak.
Is our president of Thorn Corporation with some poor guy? Did she even propose to that poor guy today? How is that possible? What nonsense are you talking about? Our president's extremely busy and is still single. What poor guy? Don't spread rumors. Besides, our madam intends for the president to marry into the Ether Group. Don't tarnish our president's reputation.
All right, I understand now. Sorry about that. I was deceived too. Did you hear that? Our president of Thorn Corporation is still single, so she is not the president. They're all a bunch of actors.
I'm acting? That's a pretty weird way of thinking you've got there.
Since you claim you're the CEO of Thorn Corp, then go ahead, fire me! If you actually manage to get me fired, I'll get down on my knees, bow to you, and call you Granny!
Since you're so eager to bow down, I'll make your wish come true. You can take your time kneeling and calling. I'll be waiting. Bruce Wayne, fire the lobby manager at Cloud Pavilion. I want it done in 10 minutes. Within 10 minutes, fire the Cloud Pavilion's lobby manager. He had the nerve to offend me.
You're really making the call? You're going all out with this act. So dedicated. This con artist is well prepared, even found out the name of the Cloud Palace's general manager in advance. Why don't you put this much effort for something legitimate, instead of coming here to slim people?
Whether I'm lying or not, you'll find out soon enough.
Aren't you tired of pretending for so long? How much did that con artist pay you to work this hard?
I have to admire you. You're so beautiful, yet you're willing to put on such a big show with this piece of trash I discarded?
You discarded me?
Samantha Miller, I'm the one who dumped you.
You dumped me? Ryder Knight, you just couldn't keep up the act anymore. You were tormented inside when you caught me and Kevin being intimate last night, weren't you? Now you're just admitting defeat because you know you can't compete.
All you can do now is talk tough and brag. After all, bragging isn't illegal. You have neither women nor a career. What a failure you've become.
A lowly person like you, who can attract my daughter's attention by playing the victim, can only make futile struggles to satisfy your pitiful self-esteem.
I'm playing the victim? All you can do now is talk big. When you find out my true identity, you'll be the one suffering. And about the Imperial Greedy G's bracelet, I bowie run you up and easily.
Your true identity? Oh, I know. Maybe your dead parents left you a few acres of worthless land in the countryside.
Bringing up your junk again? Wasn't 20 bucks enough for you?
Instead of trying to extort us here, you'd be better off begging under the overpass.
Ryder Knight, with such a grand performance today, why is no one here to support you? This is supposed to be the CEO of Thorn Corporation proposing to you.
You've invited so many people. Why not give yourself some kind of the big shot identity too?
You've invited so many people, why not fabricate some the big shot identity for yourself too? I am what you call a nobody. No connections, no family backing. But I am my own backing.
You, your own backing? No mirror? You've still got piss. Don't go take a look at yourself. Ugh, I can't even talk to trash like you. Talking to you is just a waste of breath.
Avery, I had someone bring the heart of the ocean as a gift. When it gets here, I'll put it on you myself.
The heart of the ocean? You've been watching too many movies.
Did I hear that right? The heart of the ocean?
Ryder Knight, you really love making up stories, huh? First the Imperial Jade Bracelet, now the heart of the ocean. You don't seriously think talking big will impress us, do you?
Who do you think you are that I'd waste my time impressing you? Only someone like Avery Thorn, with her kind heart and unwavering integrity, is the person I will cherish for the rest of my life.
All right, I'm about to throw up watching your little show. Hey you, didn't you say you'd fire me within 10 minutes? So why am I still standing here perfectly fine?
Thorna, President Thorny, where's that firing you promised? Still nothing?
Oh, I'm so scared, President Thorn. Please don't fire me. Go on, fire him then, President Thornton. What kind of president are you? I'm the boss around here.
10, 9, 8.
This is priceless, counting like a little kid.
3, 2, 1, time's up. Wait for your phone call.
Hello, Mr. Wayne. Is there something else you need?
What?
What? I really got fired. Mr. Wayne said it was the order from President Thorn.
Huh? She's really the president of Thorn Corporation?
What should we do then?
We won't be retaliated against by the Thorn family, will we?
No! Impossible! Is the president of Thorn Corporation blind? How could she be with a low-life trash like Ryder Knight? You're the ones who are blind. Your shallowness and hypocrisy make you unable to see what's truly good. Ryder is the best man in the world.
President Thorn! President Thorn! I was blind and failed to recognize your eminence, and I offended you. But I was led astray by them. That was never my true intention. Please, considering how diligently I've worked all these Thorn years and how hard it was for me to finally become the manager, I beg you, please don't fire me.
Having a manager like you is a disgrace to Cloud Pavilion. Spinless.
Ryder Knight, don't get too cocky. Don't think you can rest easy just because you've latched onto the president of Thorn Corporation. Once we expose your true colors, let's see if President Thorn will still stand by a useless piece of trash like you.
Exactly! Not only did you deceive our Samantha's feelings, but you also tried to swindle us with a worthless piece of junk. I don't believe President Thorn would ever fancy a disgusting person like you.
Yes! President, your Sawanta must have been fooled. Fence stiller. That's right. Our Thorn family's chief jubal expert, Miss Jessica, attending a banquet next door. I'll go invite her over. And she arrives, President Thorn will know that Ryder Knight is deceiving you.
You said someone is passing off a street vendor's trinket as an Imperial Green Jade bracelet?
You're saying someone is passing off a street market item as an Imperial Green Jade bracelet?
Exactly. Miss Jessica, it's this man. He's a compulsive liar. Not only did he pretend to be blind to deceive someone's feelings, but he's also trying to extort people with a broken bracelet and ruin our event.
He even dares to ruin our event?
Absolutely. He even managed to fool our Thorn Corporation's president. He even claimed that broken bracelet is a top-clear Imperial Green Jade bracelet, saying our 10 lives wouldn't be enough to pay for it.
That's absolutely hilarious.
A top-tier Imperial Green Jade bracelet?
Correct. I secretly acquired it at an auction. And today, I will also present the world's treasure, the heart of the ocean, to my fiancée.
The heart of the ocean? You're trying to scam us? Kid, you've got some nerve. The Imperial Green Jade bracelet is one thing, but do you even know how precious the heart of the ocean is? Its value is beyond monetary measure. And as I recall, it's a prized possession of a certain VIP. And you?
I am that VIP. The one in charge of the Aether Group.
What? You're the one in charge of the Aether Group?
You're the one in charge of the Ether Group? Oh my god, a low-class scum like you? Who are you trying to fool?
A big shot like that is treated like a star wherever they go. How could a useless person like you even dream of comparing yourself to them?
Don't tell me you heard that our Miss Thorne is about to form a marriage alliance with the Aether Group, and now you're having delusions of grandeur. Thinking you are the one in charge of the Aether Group?
I think we can skip sending him to the police station later. Let's just lock him up in a mental institution directly.
Miss Jessica, please examine those fragments quickly. Once we have both the witness and the material evidence, we can send him straight to jail.
All right.
You'd better look carefully.
Miss Jessica, have you ever seen such poor quality material before?
Never seen it before.
I knew it! If this were real, I'd cut my head off and use it as a soccer ball!
Great. I knew it wasn't any good, but I didn't expect it to be this bad. Am I gonna get poisoned?
Ryder Knight, don't think just because you're a lunatic, I'll let you off the hook. If you don't pay me 10 million in emotional damages today, I won't let this go!
Everyone shut up. What's all this noise?
Color is pure and even, the texture warm and delicate, the internal structure is clear, the sound crisp and enjoyable. I've never seen such a top steel Imperial Green Jade bracelet. For this grade, the starting bid at an auction house is the 9 figures.
What?
What a pity. Shattered like this, it's such a waste of a treasure. It's actually real?
And worth 9 figures!
What?
How is that possible? There must be some mistake.
Exactly. If this is real, we could lose everything and still not be able to pay for it.
Act! Keep acting! You're something else, Ryder Knight! Is she another actress you hired too? Trying to scam us with fake jade, is that it? I'm telling you, no way!
What did you say? I'm an actress?
Mrs. Jessica's identity is not in question. I've seen Miss Jessica in person at an auction. There's no mistake about it.
No, I don't believe it! She must just look like Miss Jessica, then forged the ID. You're all in on it together, trying to scam us! Fake! It's all fake!
No, I don't believe it.
She must just look like the expert, and forged her ID! They're in cahoots, trying to scam us! It's all fake! All of it!
Exactly. He's an orphan with no parents, a lowlife from a welfare home. If it weren't for us, he wouldn't even have the right to step foot in here. How could he possibly produce such a precious bracelet?
He must be lying.
All men are created equal. Birth is just a man-made label. The more you emphasize birth, the more you expose your own pitifulness and inferior concept. You keep calling people low lives, but you don't realize the real lowness is your own ugly face. Cut out that stinking discrimination.
So what if I discriminate against you? I will discriminate against a low life like you from the bottom. You'll never rise up. Only deserve to be trampled under my feet.
You who claim to be noble, Thornet, you need to rely on the very bottom dwellers you despise to maintain your superior status. Don't you find that ironic? Even if I were from the bottom, I can rely on my own abilities to become someone you can't even hope to reach.
I can't reach you? A piece of garbage like you, what good are abilities? You have no power, no influence. With one word, I can have you blacklisted.
Not a single word out of his mouth is true. First it's medication worth over 70 million, then a bracelet worth 9 figures, and now what, he pulls out a heart of the ocean? Ryder Knight, did you crash your head in that car accident too?
This is yours, that is yours. Why don't you just fly to the moon?
Ryder Knight, why don't you take a piss and look at your reflection? Someone like you, the mastermind behind the Aether Group, if it weren't for Mrs. Thorne protecting you, I'd have already broken your legs and made you kneel on the ground like a dog.
Exactly. If he really owned the heart of the ocean and ran Aether Group, why would he need anybody to protect him?
Yeah, that adds up.
Totally. They're just putting on a show.
These scammers are such good actors. They should have gone into short dramas.
Greedy freaks. Total nuts.
Honey, is everything you said true?
Of course.
What about the heart of the ocean?
Naturally, it's real too.
Honey, I don't care about these worldly possessions. Actually, you didn't have to—
Avery, I know. I also detest these so-called noble status. These people judge by appearances first.
I'm not used to those people's fake performances, so I put my assistant in the spotlight. Since they want to be humiliated, I'll grant their wish and call my assistant over to slap them silly.
Ryder, are you saying you're the actual head of the Aether Group and the well-known head of the Aether Group is just your assistant? I have to say, your bragging is truly imaginating. What a waste of talent not to be a short drama writer.
This is hilarious, Ryder. Aren't you embarrassed enough?
Well, then I'm the secret ruler of Earth.
You short-sighted fools, destined to wallow in the mud your whole lives. Today, I'll open your eyes and show you what real power that can turn the world upside down looks like.
Enough. I really can't take it anymore. Avery Thorne, I order you now to dump Ryder Knight and leave this place. I can forgive you for being temporarily blinded and making a mistake. Otherwise, I'll make Thorne Corporation and Ryder share the same fate, disappear from this world.
Who do you think you are? You're going to make our Thorne Corporation disappear?
I mean what I say. This is your last chance.
I think you're seriously ill. Honey, look at him daring to threaten Thorne Corporation. What overconfidence.
Indeed, overconfident.
Honey, he even wants to break us up. We can't let him succeed. Honey, give me a kiss.
You too. Avery Thorne, don't you regret this? Godfather, Avery Thorne, the CEO of Thorne Corporation, has offended me. I want Thorne Corporation to disappear from the business world. Godfather, Avery Thorne, the president of Thorne Corporation, has offended me. I want Thorne Corporation to disappear from the business world. Let's see how much longer you can keep acting so arrogantly.
Oh my God, honey. A heartless ingrate who can only maintain a decent life by sucking the blood of his brother wants to make our Thorne Corporation disappear from the business world. What should we do? I'm so scared.
I'm scared too. So, I'll let those who keep threatening to make others disappear taste what it's like to disappear themselves.
What? You want to make me disappear?
Not only that, I'll make you regret everything you've done over the Thorn years.
You want to make a top-class member of society like me, with money, power, and a beautiful woman, regret? Regret what? That my life is too comfortable?
How do you think you got everything you have today? You're not going to say it's all thanks to your support, are you?
Of course. If I hadn't strategized for you in business and directed Aether Group to support you with resources, would you be where you are today?
You strategized for me? And gave orders to Aether Group? Do you really think you're the head of Aether Group and that I can only cooperate with them because of your face? Please, you're just a stinking beggar.
You don't know Thornette, do you? Kevin's godfather is the head of Aether Group. Of all the things to pretend to be, you had to pretend to be the real deal right in front of him.
Wow, Mr. Voss has such a powerful background.
No wonder he can make a family like the Thorns, one of the 4 great families, disappear with just a word.
I recognized you as my son? When did that happen?
What do you mean you recognize me as your son? Look, you dropped something, it's your face. What does Aether Group have to do with you? My godfather, Leo Knight, recognized my talent, took me in as his son, and supported me. In just a few months, I've achieved what I have today, worth billions.
My daughter should be with an outstanding man like this, not like someone who can only be a clown no matter how hard he tries.
I don't have the habit of taking trash as my son.
Still being stubborn and refusing to see reason. Avery! Avery! What are you doing? Avery! What are you doing, Avery? Avery, Mom and Dad are already arranging a marriage alliance for you with the Aether Group. How could you do something like this, proposing to some random man in public? Do you want Mom and Dad to lose all face?
Avery! You're being utterly unreasonable, you worthless girl! Mom, Dad, I've told you, I don't want to marry a stranger I've never even met. Besides, this is a company I built with my own hands. Why should I still need to enter a marriage alliance? That company is meant for your brother. If you don't go through with the alliance to pave the way for him, what else do you think you're doing? We're your parents. You have to do what we say. Have you ever fulfilled your parental responsibilities for a single day? Back then, because I was a girl, you heartlessly abandoned me at the orphanage. Luckily, Ryder provided support so I could complete my studies. Later, when I founded the company, it was also thanks to Ryder's guidance that the company thrived. You only came looking for me, acknowledging me as your daughter after you saw I was doing well. All these Thornets, which of your demands haven't I met? But this time, no. A partner concerns my lifelong happiness, and the company is the work of my life's effort. Don't even think about it.
Fine, fine. Your wings have hardened now. We can't control you anymore. Let's the marriage aside for now. Do you even know what kind of disaster you've brought upon the company?
What are you talking about?
You offended Mr. Voss. He's the godson of the Aether Group's power holder. Now, potential in-laws have turned into enemies. Not only is the original cooperation deal off, but now the Aether Group is going to blacklist us from the business will.
You've destroyed the Thorn Corporation. Only by listening to us and obediently going through with the marriage alliance can you save the Thorn Corporation from this crisis.
Mr. Voss is still here. Hurry up and apologize to him. Beg him to spare our Thorn family.
What? How is that possible? Is he really the godson of the Aether Group's power holder? What? How is that possible? Is he really the godson of the Aether Group's mastermind?
I'm not a useless piece of trash like Ryder. I have plenty of ability and connections.
See? Avery, you're picking up the garbage I threw away as if it's a treasure. Not everyone has taste like I do.
Ah, Mr. Voss.
What is it?
Mr. Voss, it's all our fault for not raising our daughter properly. But rest assured, I will definitely make her apologize to you properly. Please be magnificent and forgive the lesser person. Could you possibly spare our Thorn Corporation?
Mr. Voss, you have such an imposing presence, and you're the godson of the Aether Group's mastermind. Anyone can see you're destined for great things. This little tramp doesn't know any better. Please don't take it to heart.
Mr. Voss, as long as you can spare us whatever you ask us to do, we won't utter a single word of refusal.
All right, I'm not deliberately trying to make things difficult for you. I can let you off the hook.
Really? Just say the word, and we'll do it!
Your daughter helped this trash oppose me. Now I want your daughter to kick him to the curb right now, apologize to me, and also break his legs. Do that, and I'll let you off this once.
Mr. Voss, as expected of the godson of the Aether Group's mastermind, you're truly different, possessing such magnanimity.
Avery, what are you standing there for? Mr. Voss is willing to give us this chance. Hurry up and do as he says. Kick this lowlife to the curb and apologize to Mr. Voss.
Someone! Hold him down for me!
Ryder, in front of me, you're just a bug. I don't even need to get my hands dirty to crush you. Ryder, in front of me, you're just a bug. I don't even need to get my hands dirty to crush you.
I have no idea where you got the guts to offend Mr. Voss. If you beg me, I might make it quick for you.
Tommy, what are you doing?
Get lost! You cheap woman! Still protecting him? Do you really want to get us all killed?
You're asking for death.
Big talk. Let me teach you a lesson first.
How dare you!
You don't deserve to be Avery's family. I will make sure you suffer for eternity. Are you hurt?
I've made up my mind about you. No matter what they say, I will marry you. I won't change my mind.
Adversity reveals true feelings. Avery, thank you for staying by my side. I will bring the most precious treasures in the world to you.
Treasures? Are you talking about that $20 fake bracelet or that so-called of the heart of the ocean? Ryder, you disgust me as always.
You even pretended to be blind and pitiful to trick Samantha's into falling for you. Quit the act already. You're disgusting.
You're the ones looking down on others. Who's really putting on an act? When my assistant arrives, you'll understand the scale of the trouble you've stirred up.
Your assistant? A beggar's assistant is just another little beggar. All trash from the bottom of society. Today, no one can protect you, no matter who comes.
Avery, stop embarrassing us here. Get back home now. Mr. Voss, we will definitely visit to apologize another day. Let us deal with this fool who doesn't know his place first.
Fine.
Get back home with us now!
No!
Now!
I won't! No!
Get back home with us now!
No, I won't.
Anyone who dares to touch her will have to go through me first.
You poor bastard. A toad lusting after a swan's flesh. How dare you lay a finger on my daughter?
You have no self-awareness at all. I've seen plenty of giglos like you, always scheming to lash onto a rich woman and soar to the top. Why don't you take a piss and look at your own reflection to see what you really are?
You're all just a bunch of frogs at the bottom of a well. I am the one in charge of the Aether Group.
What? You're the one in charge of the Aether Group? My God, are you out of your mind?
So he's a lunatic after all. The one in charge of the Aether Group? Let's see if the godson of the real person in charge even recognizes you.
Ryder, why are you always causing such a scene? I'm begging you, have some shame, will you?
I really don't know how I could have ever liked someone like this back then. It's utterly disgusting.
Oh, right. Weren't you just bragging about some of the heart of the ocean? I'm quite curious what kind of little trash a big piece of garbage like you would produce. Let us see you're the heart of the ocean. Broaden our horizons, huh?
Last time it was a cheap knockoff bracelet, and you even hired a plant to hype it up with you. This, the heart of the ocean, better not be made of plastic.
Then you'd better open your dog eyes wide and look carefully. Boss, the item you requested. Just leave it here. You two go wait outside. Yes, sir.
Ryder, just how many people have you hired to put on this show with you? The heart of the ocean is the private collection of the person in charge of the Aether group. Are you sure you want to pretend it's that? I've seen the real heart of the ocean with my own eyes when I was with my godfather.
You dare to swindle and deceive under the name of the Aether Group. If you anger the Aether Group, it won't be as simple as just breaking your legs.
Oh my god, Ryder, you really have no shame. I thought you'd at least use a plastic prop to fool people, but I never imagined you'd just use thin air.
This is absolutely hilarious. Isn't this just the Emperor's new clothes? I'm embarrassed for you.
Enough! Someone call and have this lunatic locked up in a mental hospital!
No. This is the highest grade display case, equipped with the most advanced anti-thief and anti-peeping technology. The collection inside is invisible unless opened, and it can only be opened with a special gold card.
Oh, right, I remember now. There is indeed such a thing. There's only one gold card like that in the whole world, and it's in my godfather's possession.
Are you talking about this one?
You have a gold card too? Come on, Ryder, can you stop acting? If you keep this up, you're not going to say the whole world belongs to you, are you?
Ryder, I know you're heartbroken because I dumped you, but do you really have to keep pretending to be crazy and stupid over and over again? Is it so hard to admit you're a useless good-for-nothing?
Who knows where he got all this stuff? You might as well just go to jail, you fraud. Going to jail is better than getting beaten to death for your scams and trickery.
Honey, I really don't care about these material things. We can't afford to mess with the Aether group. Can we just leave?
Trust me.
Keep pretending, go on. The ocean's heart is exceptionally precious, representing eternal love. Avery, let me put it on for you.
Okay.
I've never seen such a dazzling necklace before. It's so beautiful. Is this really the legendary The Heart of the Ocean? It's real. Absolutely real. Such pure color and cutting craftsmanship, you can't find a second one like it in the whole world.
No! Impossible! How could you, a piece of bottom-feeder trash, possibly have the heart of the ocean?
I told you, I am the one in charge of the Aether group. You're not even worthy of shining my shoes.
We've known you for 3 years. Don't we know what kind of trash you are? You stole all this, didn't you?
Yeah, 3 years. 3 years weren't enough to tame you ungrateful wolves.
Enough! Ryder, stop pretending here. You're a complete and utter fraud.
Ryder, for the past 3 years, we never looked down on you for being bottom-feeder trash and were willing to associate with you. You should be on your knees, grateful and indebted.
I should be grateful. I showed business talent at the age of 12 and single-handedly founded my business empire, the Aether Group. Perhaps heaven wanted me to witness the evil of human nature, making me hide my identity and meet beasts like you.
Anyone can brag. I could say I ruled the world from the womb. Do you think saying these things proves you're the head of the Aether Group? Besides, I'm the godson of the head of the Aether Group. If I don't recognize you, who would believe you?
Do you believe him? Or do you believe him? See? No one believes your nonsense.
I believe him.
Do you believe him? Or do you believe him? See? No one believes your nonsense.
I believe him. The Imperial Green Jade bracelet is no less valuable than the heart of the ocean. To possess both such rare treasures at once, I believe this gentleman is the true master of the Aether Group.
You believe him? What good does your belief do? You're just a plant he hired to help him with his scam. When the police arrive, you two will both be going to jail.
Utterly unreasonable. Someone who owns such items must be of the highest status and power. You're truly blind. People like him, under normal circumstances, you wouldn't even have the right to glance at him from afar. Thornet, you dare to spout such arrogant words here? I'm sorry, sir. I was blinded by this rabble earlier, and I offended you. Please forgive me.
It's all right. I know their true faces all too well. It's not too late for you to see through them now.
Mr. Knight, with your power, how can you tolerate these villains jumping around in front of you? It infuriates me on your behalf. Scum like this deserves a harsh lesson.
Don't worry. They won't be arrogant for much longer. They'll pay the price very soon.
Hey, are you two getting carried away with your little act? Make us pay the price? Do you think we're all idiots?
I have no idea what you people are thinking. Do you have a single brain cell between you? Someone of this status, you don't even bother sucking up, but you keep provoking them over and over. You're hopelessly stupid.
You'll be crying soon enough.
I have no idea what you people are thinking. Do you have a single brain cell between you? Someone of this status? You don't even bother sucking up, but you keep provoking them over and over. You're hopelessly stupid. You'll be crying soon enough.
Don't bother with them. You can't reason with those who are hell-bent on destruction. They're looking for trouble themselves, and no one can stop them. Fortunately, fortune and misfortune are intertwined. In this farce, I met the love of my life.
To hell with your love of my life! Let go of her!
Ryder and I are truly in love. I will never agree to a marriage of convenience. Even if I get blacklisted, I have the courage to start over.
How dare you defy us? What kind of bride price can a lowlife like him possibly give us? Come back with me right now.
No! I'd rather die than go back. Let me go!
Are you treating my words as empty air? I'll say it one last time. Today, no one is taking my wife away.
You! Mr. Voss! Look at this!
Ryder,
Haven't you been boasting about being the head of the Aftergloop? I'll call my Gotha right now and have him confront you face to face. I'll make sure wipe that Nspla look off your face.
You want to call me over to slap my own face?
Still pretending when my godfather gets here. Even if you break your own legs, knee on the ground, and kowtowed 100 times to me, I don't you letty up the hook.
Godfather, someone has the audacity to swin people use the Aether Group's name. You need to come over right away. We're at Cloud Pallion, Banquet Hall 109. My godfather will be here any minute. You're dead. Godfather, someone has the audacity to swin people use the Aether Group's name. You need to come over right away. We're at Cloud Pallion, Banquet Hall 109. My godfather will be here any minute. You're dead.
Fine, I'll call my assistant right now. Let's see whose face is really going to get slapped. Leo, come to Cloud Pavilion, room 109. Someone here claims to be the godson of the head of the Aether Group. I certainly don't have a son that old. Come and see if he's yours. Just arrange for the private jet to come over.
What? How can you keep up this act? A private jet? Stop making me laugh.
What a copycat. Kevin calls someone over, so you call someone over. The person Kevin called is the head of the Aether Group coming here to slap your face. Who can you possibly call? Another lowlife like yourself to come and coho to us together?
No substance. Thornet still putting on a show. Avery Thorne, how could you fall for such trash? Can't you have any ambition?
People from the bottom should know their place and keep their heads down. Coming out here to make a spectacle of themselves. It's true that the ugly ones make the most trouble.
Good thing I got together with Kevin long ago. Otherwise, I couldn't bear the shame.
Anyone can see. You and I are worlds apart. When my godfather gets here, a lowlife like you won't even be qualified to be my dog.
Darling, you're amazing.
Of course.
Darling, they were showing off their affection to us earlier. We need to show them what real affection is.
All right, Ryder Knight, you better watch closely.
Ryder, you'd better kneel on the ground right now and beg Kevin for mercy. Maybe we'll be generous and spare your worthless life.
Just two horny dogs in heat in public.
You!
Who dares to swing people under the banner of the Aether Group?
Who has the audacity to swill under the banner of the Aether Group?
Godfather, you're finally here.
This is the head of the Aether Group? Look at this presence, this entrance. It's no to shake Gunnar virginity.
Hello, Sisha Knight. I'm Samantha Miller, your godson's girlfriend.
The Aether Jew head gracing us with your presence truly brings honor to the Cloud Palette.
The head of the Aether Group is indeed different. These bodyguards are clearly the elite among elites. Only such a distinguished figure deserves such an entourage.
Hello, Mr. Knight. It's our first meeting. I'm the head of the Thone family, the rising star among the elite families, who proposed the marriage alliance to you.
Godfather, it's him.
That's right, Mr. Knight. You must teach this ungrateful fraud a good lesson. Let him know the might of the Aether Group. How dare he act recklessly in front of you? He's truly tired of living.
Mr. Knight, rest assured, we are all on your side. This kind of trash, swindling under your banner, deserves to be dealt with severely, or else it would tarnish the reputation of your Aether Group.
Exactly, Mr. Knight. Look, as soon as you arrived, the air in this room changed its all-noble aura. Not like before, when that lowlight filled it with a stench of poverty.
So it's you, swindling under the banner of the Aether Group and bullying my godson?
You don't know who I am?
Does someone of my status need to know who you are?
You don't even recognize me, Thornet. You have the audacity to impersonate the head of the Aether Group?
Impersonate? Are you blind? Look at my aura, my authority. You low-class poor people just have no vision.
True authority doesn't come from dressing up and putting on a show. It comes from inner strength. At best, you're just a nouveau riche. No, you're the same type as Kevin. Stupid and unaware of it.
How dare you! Ryder Knight, still talking tough even when you're cornered? The man before you is Leo Knight, the current head of the Aether Group. How many lives do you have to dare speak like that?
Still pretending to be from the Arthur Group? Now that the real deal is here, does your face hurt?
Some people can only talk tough. Offending such a big stack, you won't even know how you died.
Don't think just because your last name is Knight, you can lash on to the Knight family of the Aether Group. By that logic, I could say my last name is Washington, and I'm George Washington.
Ryder Knight. Why does that name sound a bit familiar? Never mind for now.
Where did this impostery come from? Truly audacious. Where did this impostery come from? Truly audacious.
Ryder, I really admire your thick skin. Still pretending at this point? I've told my godfather all about what kind of trash you are. Where's your assistant? Why isn't he here, Thornet? Too scared to face us? Or couldn't afford to hire one anymore?
I've dealt with low-life scumbags like you plenty of times. You're just out here cheating and scrounging for a quick buck to pay for your own coffin. You're that desperate for cash? Save yourself the trouble. You bottom-feeding trash are just wasting oxygen. Might as well throw yourself in front of a fancy car. Maybe you'll earn some life insurance money. How dare you lay a hand on my godfather? Death! You're looking for death! Ugh.
You!
Get lost. You lowlife, how dare you be so arrogant? I'm hitting exactly the kind of fool like you whose arrogance swindles under someone else's name.
If you dare utter such words again, I'll cut out your tongue and feed it to the dogs.
Ryder Knight! You're really courting death! Do you know who you just hit? This is the head of the Aether Group! You're finished!
Gother! Are you just gonna watch him run wild? Watch him bully us? Hurry up, call someone to deal with us!
Exactly. A piece of bottom-rick trash who can't even afford a bride price, and you want to marry my daughter. Ha! A toad pretending to be a frog, ugly and full of tricks.
Brat, you're absolutely digging your own grave. The Aether Group won't let you off.
That's right. Mr. Knight can make you disappear from this city with just one word. Ryder, I advise you to kneel on the ground right now, Cohote, and beg for our forgiveness.
Make disappear with these useless trash?
Godfather, he's still provoking us. Today, you must cripple this mad dog for me. Let us vent our anger thoroughly.
Kevin Voss, if it weren't for the path I paved for you, do you think you'd have the glory you have today?
You paved a path for me? A piece of low-life trash like you paved a path for me? What a huge joke.
Disgraceful! Absolutely disgraceful! Avery, being with such a lowlife. Do you want to make our Thorn family the laughingstock of the entire city? Disgraceful! Absolutely disgraceful!
Avery, being with such a lowlife, do you want to make our Thorn family the laughingstock of the entire city?
So what? I'm willing. Besides, didn't we also come from humble beginnings? Are you looking down on yourself?
You!
Hey, Mr. Thorn, calm down. I think your Thorn Corporation is purely being dragged down by that good-for-nothing.
Ah, yes, Mr. Voss.
Actually, it's not impossible for me to withdraw the blacklist against your Thorn York Corporation as your Thoding.
Really? Mr. Voss, please, tell us.
Your daughter does have some looks, and I quite like her personality, feisty and spiritive. Being with that waste is like a beautiful flower stuck in a pile of cow dam. How about this? Let her marry me. Weren't you planning to ally with the Arether group through marriage? Well, as it happens, I'm the godson of the person in charge of the Ether group, so I'm practically half a member of the Shen family. We can still be in-laws.
Mr. Voss, you're not joking, are you?
Kevin, don't joke like that. I'll be heartbroken. Besides, we've been together for so long.
So what? We're not engaged and we're not married. Who's joking with you?
Kevin, how can you treat me like this? I schemed against Ryder to be with you, and it was also me who got Ryder to save your company. How can you just kick me aside now?
Enough. You actually admit you schemed against Ryder? If you could scheme against Ryder today, you could scheme against me tomorrow. I wouldn't dare marry a viper like you. Enough. You actually admit you schemed against Ryder? If you could scheme against Ryder today, you could scheme against me tomorrow. I wouldn't dare marry a viper like you.
Kevin, don't be impulsive.
Enough! I am now Godfather's godson. Times have changed. Your daughter is no longer worthy of me. Only someone like Avery, who have the capability to become one of the top 4 financial magners, is a match for me now.
Mr. Thorn, what do you think of my proposal?
Excellent! Mr. Voss is talented and handsome, decisive and responsible. Now with the backing of the mighty Aether Group, he is destined for greatness.
It would be the best thing for my sister to marry you. We are absolutely willing.
I agree to this marriage!
If this union happens, it will be a powerful alliance. Congratulations!
Dad, do you agree?
I have no objections. But Kevin, you really don't know how to appreciate a beautiful woman. I see Miss Samantha has clear eyes and delicate features, a graceful figure, and a certain lively charm. Such a fine young lady shouldn't be wasted.
You flatter me, Mr. Knight. I see you are full of vitality, handsome and dashing. You look like you're barely in your 20s.
Dad, you?
Kevin, if I can't be your bride, I'll be your mother. Kevin, if I can't be your bride, I'll be your mother.
What's the matter? Do you have a problem with that?
No.
Mr. Knight, you really have an eye for talent. Our Samantha is 1 in 100, a wonderful girl. So sensible, so caring. She takes the best care of people.
Miss Samantha is young and beautiful, lively personality. Standing next to you, the two of you complement each other perfectly. A sight for sore eyes. Mr. Knight has great taste, and Miss Samantha is truly blessed.
Ah, yes. The two of you together are a perfect match of talent and beauty. A match made in heaven.
Samantha, hurry up and thank Mr. Knight. To be valued so highly by Mr. Knight, you must seize this opportunity. This is a blessing many people can only dream of.
Don't worry, Mom.
A pack of sniveling dogs. Disgusting.
Ryder, you lowlife! Who gave you the right to speak here? How dare a piece of trash from the bottom of society point fingers at us?
You're just jealous. I'm Mrs. Knight now, a status you'll never reach in your pathetic life.
Exactly. Our Samantha is now someone Mr. Knight values. What are you? How dare you criticize here? I think you're just jealous. Jealous of Samantha's good fortune. Jealous that we can climb the Aether Group tree.
Ryder, see that? This is the difference. You'll be a poor wretch your whole life, while I'm about to ascend to the heavens in one step.
If you know what's good for you, get on your knees and beg for mercy right now.
A bunch of pathetic clowns, pitiful and laughable. I've had enough of this farce. I'm blacklisting you now.
bunch of pathetic clowns, pitiful and laughable. I've had enough of this farce. I'm blacklisting you now.
Blacklist me? With what? A lowlife like you dares to talk big? If you had that kind of power, why were you just standing there helpless when I blacklisted Thorn Corporation earlier? Go ahead, blacklist me. Right now. Show some action, don't just talk.
Leo, no need to wait any longer. Issue the order now. Blacklist Kevin Voss and all his related businesses across the entire industry.
Blacklist across the entire industry. You sure have a lot of fancy words.
Keep gloating. You won't be able to for much longer. And you, some imposter from who knows where, daring to put on an act in front of the real deal. All of you, colluding with this fake to make a scene in front of me. Just wait. I'll show you what true despair looks like.
You really won't quit until you hit rock bottom? Open your damn eyes and look closely. What's this?
How did the authority emblem I gave Leo end up with you?
What do you mean you gave the authority emblem? What an idiot.
What a joke. This emblem is the symbol of the head of the Aether Group. A lowly scum like you, you're not worthy.
Exactly. Mr. Knight has produced the emblem, and you still refuse to acknowledge it? I think you're just looking for trouble.
What an impudence and shameless hick. You don't know your place nor any decency.
I advise you to stop pretending. It's not too late to admit your mistake now. Mr. Knight has the emblem. The evidence is ironclad, and you still dare to question it. Do you have a death wish? Scared now? Too late. This emblem is proof of my identity. You laid hands on me earlier, and just now you called me an imposter. I won't let you off the hook.
You called to blacklist me across the entire industry, and there hasn't been a single ripple, Thorman. Please, hurry up and blacklist me. I can't wait.
In such a hurry? Answer your phone. You'll get your wish fulfilled right away.
What? What? How is that possible?
What's wrong, Mr. Voss?
I've really been blacklisted? How can this be? I'm someone backed by the Aether Group. Who would dare to move against me? Just who are you?
I told you. I am the one in charge of the Aether Group.
Impossible. You must be lying. How could a lowly scum like you possibly be the one in charge of the Aether Group?
Exactly. The real Mr. Knight is right here. The man himself is present. And you're still being stubborn.
Dad! What on earth is going on? Why was I suddenly blacklisted? There must be some mistake. You have to help me.
Shut up! What's the rush? It's just a minor blacklisting. No big deal. I'll make a call and it will be lifted immediately. A bunch of country brumpers getting scared by such a small leper. That's right. Mr. Knight has extensive connections. A small matter like this is just a word from him. Don't worry, Mr. Voss. With Mr. Knight here, everything will be fine.
Yes! Mr. Knight is the one in charge of the Aether Group. What's a little blacklisting to him? Once Mr. Knight says the word, it'll be resolved immediately.
See that? It only takes a word from me. So what if you had Kevin blacklisted? With me around, he can make a comeback anytime he wants. As for you, I haven't even settled the score with you for impersonating me.
Who dares to settle a score with the one in charge of the Aether Group? Who dares to settle a score with the one in charge of the Aether Group? Haha, everyone, take a look! This is Ryder's assistant!
Ryder, you say this is Leo Knight? So shabby. Is he here on purpose to be a joke?
Exactly. Look at the real Mr. Knight and then look at this guy. Isn't he just a beggar? And so young, too. How could someone so young have founded the Aether Group? It's obvious who's real and who's fake.
Ryder, I advise you to stop acting. You're just humiliating yourself. You low-class scum trying to impersonate big stops?
Your acting is terrible. If you're going to pretend, at least do it convincingly. Dressed like that, who would believe you?
The real Mr. Knight of the Aether Group. Now that's a true big wad. Must have luxury cars clearing the way, bodyguards for protection, beautiful women in expensive cars, the epitome of nobility. You?
Stop talking.
His clothes are so shabby. Forget about Mr. Knight. He's not even as good as me. I bet he's never seen decent clothes in his life.
Avery! Is someone like this worthy of our Thorn family? Get over here right now!
Boss, low-class scum will always be low-class scum. No amount of acting can cover up the stench of the lower class all over you.
You really haven't learned your lesson.
You!
Oh my, Mr. Knight, where are you going?
Dad! Dad, don't leave! We haven't dealt with them yet! What are you doing? How dare you treat Mr. Knight like this? Don't you know who signs your paychecks?
Shut up!
Dad? Why did you hit me? You hit the wrong person. You should hit him.
You've ruined me!
Mr. Knight, I didn't mean to impersonate you. You told me to support Kevin, right? He's the one who got it all wrong. It's all a misunderstanding.
A misunderstanding? Matt Taylor, you're just a driver. I had no idea you were so outside, even daring to look down on the true master of the Aether Group.
What? He's really the master of the Aether Group? I didn't know. I really didn't know. It's all them. I was misled by them.
What? Matt Taylor?
A driver?
I doubt it's a misunderstanding, Leo. He has the authority emblem I gave you.
Well, so you stole the authority emblem. Looks like you've been swindling people left and right using the Aether Group's name. Guards! Guards!
No. Mr. Knight! Mr. Knight! Please, have mercy on me.
Don't call me Mr. Knight in front of the boss. This is the true master of Aether Group.
Boss, I was blind. I failed to recognize a true mountain. It's all my fault, every bit of it. I beg you, please, have mercy on me.
Wait.
Boss, I knew you'd forgive me.
Hand over the authority emblem. You can say whatever you have to say at the police station. Take him away.
No! I really know I was wrong! Let me go! Please, let me go! No! I really know I was wrong! Let me go! Please, let me go!
Do you all recognize my identity now? A bunch of blind frogs at the bottom of a well.
Kevin, why have you suddenly gone mute? I preferred your arrogant and unruly attitude from before.
So you're the ungrateful wretch the boss supported?
And you even threatened to break my legs.
No, I was wrong. I didn't mean it. I'm sorry.
Kevin, I treated you like a brother. I saved your family business, had the Era Group support you, turned you from a bankrupt playboy heir into a boss worth hundreds of millions. And this is how you repay me?
I'm sorry. I was really wrong. I was just momentarily confused. I didn't mean it.
Ryder really is the one in charge of the Aether Group, and he's the one who supported him. Huh? Then what about us?
Kevin, with your abilities, if I hadn't paved the way for you behind the scenes and given you resources, you would have gone bankrupt long ago. Don't you have any sense of that?
No, I know now. I was heartless and ungrateful. I'm nothing but a beast. Please, for the sake of our past friendship, give me one more chance.
If you had shown even a shred of that friendship back then, we wouldn't be in this situation now.
I deserve to die. It's all my fault. Please spare me this once! I promise I'll never dare to do it again! I really know I was wrong!
Guards, break one of his legs first. Guards, break one of his legs first.
No! Please! Spare me this time, I beg you! I'll be your slave from now on! I'll do whatever you say! No! Stop! Don't hit me! Don't hit me! My leg!
You reap what you sow. You'll have to swallow this bitter pill, even if it breaks your teeth. Samantha, you keep lowering the bar for human decency, time and time again.
No! Ryder! I was deceived by that bastard Kevin. Actually, the one in my heart has always been you.
That's right. Ryder, you two have been together for so many years. There must be feelings there. Samantha just made a mistake that any woman could make. Look, she knows she was wrong now. You should just stay together and let the wedding continue.
Changing your tune faster than turning a page. Truly shameless.
Samantha, what are you standing there for? Hurry up and sweet talk your husband.
Oh, honey, I know I was wrong, okay? Don't be angry anymore. Forgive me this one time, please?
I feel dirty just hitting you. Disgusting. I'll settle these accounts with you slowly.
I haven't forgotten about you deliberately smashing my bracelet. Guards, break her hand first. I haven't forgotten about you deliberately smashing my bracelet. Guards, break her hand first.
No, don't! Let me go! Ryder! When you had
that car accident. I wanted to save you too, but Avery got there first. I took care of you meticulously in the hospital. You can't do this to me.
Save me? Take a look for yourself.
This is evidence that you orchestrated that car accident back then. The Miller family was on the verge of bankruptcy. You sought advice from a master and learned that only I could save the Miller family. So you planned a damsel saves the hero act.
When the accident actually happened, you were too scared to come to the rescue. Luckily, Avery saved me. Then you directly took her place. What a clever scheme.
No, you knew all along? It's over. It's all over.
Continue.
No, let me go! Please let me go!
Wait. Leave her hands. Wait. Leave her hands.
Ryder, you've forgiven me?
The Miller family is bankrupt. How will you beg without hands? Throw this one out with her. Let them be beggars for life.
No, don't! Ryder, don't do this to me! No, Mr. Knight! No!
Kevin, this is evidence of your tax evasion. Spend the rest of your life in prison. Take him away.
You're actually the head of the Aether group? How could I be so lucky?
No, meeting you is my luck. Avery, don't underestimate yourself. Your sincerity and kindness deserve all of this.
What a mess this has been. So we're all family after all, and it just happens to be a wedding venue right now. Why don't you two get married right now?
The wedding will definitely happen. But what does that have to do with you?
Oh, Ryder! How can it have nothing to do with us? Avery is my daughter. So I'm your father, aren't I?
I'm not buying that. A bunch of vampires? I'll give you two choices. Either I give you $500,000 to sever ties with Avery, or you'll end up like those people just now.
How can that be?
Only 500,000? I want Ryder's company! You just don't know when to quit. The company Ryder built with her own hard work, what does it have to do with you or your family?
No! We choose the first option. Let's go. Hurry up and go.
Honey, no one will dare to force you to do anything ever again.
Ryder.
Boss, shall we continue with the wedding now?
I'm Mrs. Knight, a wealthy socialite.
Well, if it isn't the once glorious Master Voss, why are you lying on the ground like a dead dog now? It's time to shine my shoes today. Hurry up!
What the hell are you frowning for? Think my shoes are dirty? Back then, Master Voss looked down on us like we were nothing, using his power and influence, and pinned the blame on us when the project went wrong. Never thought you'd end up in our hands, did you?
Brothers, it's time for revenge and settling score.
It hurts so much. I'm dying of pain. I regret it strongly.
For the rest of his days, he is condemned to lament his endless anguish and remorse behind bars.